This week on the Tiger Basketball Report, we'll discuss the results of the Tigers' latest set of games against the College of Charleston and Hofstra. Later, we'll take a look ahead as the Tigers will take on UNC Wilmington. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report begins now. Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome to the Towson Sports Network studio for another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report with Pat Skerry. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers traveled to Charleston, South Carolina Sunday, where they defeated the College of Charleston 53-50. Let's take a look at the highlights from the game against the Cougars.
Hawkins going to drive to the foul line, gives it off to Foster, foul line jump shot, and he banks it home. Walter Foster with his first bucket. Tigers now 2 of 6 from the field. He's going to drive. Tomaj lays it up too strong. Rebound grab by Parker Rivera. Puts it up and in, and he is fouled. So Tomaj off to a terrific start here. Mike flips it up top. 4 for 3. Good. For McGlynn gives the Tigers an 11-3 lead with 14:50 remaining here in the first half. To Baru. Feed it right side. Stick for a 3. Basket's good, and he's fouled by Eddie Keith. So the College of Charleston has made 3 field goals. They've all been threes, and Stitt will try to make it a 4-point play. Keith comes up with it. Keith dribbles over midcourt. Keith leads underneath Gavrilovic. Goes up, basket's good, and he's fouled. And Alex will try for the 3-point play when we come back. Left side of the lane, spins, splits a move, puts it up, banks it home. Tomaj with 8 points to lead all scorers, and the Tigers up. Morcell gets it to Davis, left side of the lane, spins, goes up, banks it home. John Davis with his first bucket of the ball game, and the Tigers take a 33-30 lead with 14:08 to go. He lays it up, it's rejected, ball's loose, grabbed by Cheely. Cheely going one-on-one with Morcell, makes a move and lays it up and in. Timeout, Pat Skerry. Gets it to Parker Rivera on the right. Tomaj going to drive. Tomaj lays it up. Basket's good. He's fouled. He'll go for the 3-point play when we come back. Dribbles to his left, bounces it left side of the lane to Davis. John comes down. John spins. Little hook shot is good. Davis with 4 points, and the Tigers go up 38-36. 4 drives down the left side of the lane. Bounces it to Keith. Keith going to drive. He'll go up with a shot, and he scores. Eddie with 4 points, and the Tigers up by 4, 40-36 with 8:25 to go. Tomaj goes up. He has it knocked away into the hands of Stitt. Stitt one-on-one on McGlynn, lays it up, and it's blocked by Parker Rivera, who was trailing. It will remain Charleston ball with 31 on the shot clock. Baru gives it off to Johnson or Cheely. Cheely up top, dribbles to his left. He'll drive underneath, feed it to a driving Stitt who lays it up. We're tied at 43, and Pat Skerry is called timeout. Mike gonna drive. Mike puts up a floater, banks it, no. Rebound, Parker Rivera. He puts it up, won't go. Tapped by Davis, no. John gets it back, lays it up and in with 44.6 seconds left. Tigers by 1, 47-46. Lynn gets set for the second. Make it a 3-point game again. Got it. 53-50, 13.2 seconds to go. Charleston has a timeout left. Cheely gets the inbounds pass. Dribbles it over midcourt with 10. Comes down. Gonna fire. 3-point shot. Short. Rebound. Astroff. 5 seconds left to McGlynn. 4 gonna drive. He holds up. Dribbles it out. That's it. The ball game is over. And the Tigers have defeated the College of Charleston 53-50.
The Tigers were led by the veteran big man Tomaj Parker Rivera, who had 12 points and 2 blocks. The Tigers shot a great free throw percentage at 70%, including 2 key makes by A.J. Astroff at the line late in the ball game. Joining me today, as he is every week, the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And, Coach, we go back to that game against the College of Charleston. You had beaten them up here at CQ by 4 in a game where you were winning big early, and then they came back. This game was a little different, not quite as high scoring.
Yeah, it was a rock fight. You know, what was proud of our guys, anytime you can shoot in the low 30s, and win a ball game, you're excited. I think we guarded them. We did an unbelievable job on the backboards, and then we made some timely free throws. Like you said, A.J. Astroff made the big ones. I thought T.J. Parker played one of his top 2 or 3 games for the season. He really took advantage of his size, strength, and athletic ability inside. It was a war, good crowd, good environment, and like I said, any road win in this league is like gold.
Yeah, it sure is. And you were able to keep their big man Baru kind of in check in that ball game.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's a veteran. They got 2 good seniors in him and Stitt, and Baru's one of those guys. He's just like the all energy, play hard type of team. And I thought Foster, who's really played well for us in conference, he's really grown as a player and coming on as a leader. Did a terrific job against Baru.
So you got that ball game, and you had lost so many close games here down the stretch. How good did the team feel after the game, finally winning one of those tight ones?
I thought they felt pretty good, and we talked a lot to them about it. Look, we just had 2 games. We lost a tight one at Drexel. We won a tight one at Charleston. We guarded in both games and rebounded both games. We just, that the free throws were the difference against Charleston. So, that's kind of the script. I hope guys can buy into it. Unfortunately, I think we, at other times, have gotten away from that, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it was a grinded out, gutsy type of game you normally see in a conference tournament. Slugfest, teams seem not to be able to put the ball in the basket, and you got to win it in the last couple minutes.
So the Tigers get the sweep against the Cougars. We have come to our first break. When we come back, we'll discuss the results of the Tigers' latest game against Hofstra that was played here at CQ Arena. The Tiger Basketball Report with head coach Pat Skerry will return right after these words.
Brian Vickers, Aaron's sponsored driver. He doesn't just love racing, he lives it.
We got the paper! Woo!
His pit crew follows him everywhere. Oddly, so does his boss.
Right, sign that.
And his passion for racing is rivaled only by his passion for errands.
No credit needed. I'll take it. Woo!
Congrats.
Errands makes owning easy through lease ownership, so you can own the life you want.
You'll find it on the sidewalks of Little Italy and on the porches in Catonsville. You can see it when friends meet in Mount Vernon. It's pride. Pride in our city, pride in our people. That's why MedStar Health is building the most accessible healthcare system in the region to look after everyone from Lutherville to Locust Point. So no matter where you go, no matter who you are, you're never far from MedStar.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers defeated the Pride of Hofstra the last time these two teams played up in New York. Unfortunately, Hofstra bounced back to defeat the Tigers 87-82 at CQ Arena on Wednesday night. Before we continue, let's look at the highlights from the game against the Pride.
Hawkins dribbles around to the right, looks, throws it up top to Foster. Foster on the left side to Keith, 15 on the shot clock. Eddie to the foul line, steps back, puts up the jump shot and hits it. Eddie Keith with 8 points to start the game, so it's Eddie Keith 8, Hofstra nothing.
What a great start for Towson and Keith.
Everybody's in the bonus. McGlynn from the corner for 3, good.
Now that's a set play. That's not by accident. That's an inbounds play that they have set up for McGlynn. That's the shot he likes.
Into the left corner, Bernardi for a 3. That's good. Back-to-back threes by Hofstra, and Pat Skerry calls for a timeout. Comes down 4. drives, bounces it down low to Davis. Slam dunk, 38-29. Tigers by 9 with 2:50 to go here in the first half. John with 6 points. Thought it was blocked. Feed right side. Nesbitt sets up for 3. Hits it again. 38-35. So Hofstra, who was down 14, has cut it to 3 with 1:15 to go here in the first half. No good. Rebound is grabbed by the Pride. They've got a chance for their first lead of the ball game. Over midcourt to Green. Green drives, lays it up. Basket's good, and he's fouled. 54-49. Tigers down 5. That is Hofstra's biggest lead. There's a drive by Parker Rivera, and he slams it home over Gustis. 54-51. 4 over midcourt. 4 comes down and going to fire 3.
Yes.
Good.
I'm telling you, he's got it tonight. He's just got it. Let him shoot it, man.
4 with his 4th three-pointer of the night, and the Tigers retake the lead. In the right corner, he gets it to Nichols. Nichols feeds it back right. Nesbitt for a 3-point shot, and he hits it. 64-63, and Joe Mihalik calls timeout. A new 35-second shot clock. 4 with a long 3, no. Slam dunk follow by John Davis. And the Tigers have cut it to 2, 74-72. So Astroff gets it into McGlynn. 4 brings it up, gets to midcourt. He will launch a 3-point shot. No good, and the Tigers fall by a score of 87-82.
Towson had one of their best shooting nights of the season, both from the field and from the free throw line, but just couldn't pull away with the victory. Fort McGlynn finished with a career-tying high 27 points and also had 3 assists, while John Davis provided another huge spark off the bench with 17 points and 6 rebounds. This game was a little different than the game up there where you guys really dominated in the second half and just killed them on the boards. On Wednesday night, Hofstra was able to hang with Towson and actually had an advantage on the boards, and I know you said after the game you were upset by the amount of fouls that were charged to your team. What was it about you defensively where those fouls were getting called?
Yeah, I was really disappointed in the game. I mean, you know, we scored the ball, we shot the ball. It's not a game we should lose. Give Hofstra credit. They're a terrific offensive team, and they rallied on the backboards. Thought we got out-scrapped. Not that we didn't play hard, but we committed. You know, I watched the tape, Spiro. We just fouled. Silly, undisciplined, unfocused fouls. We just told our guys before practice, we did some film, they scored 2 baskets the last 12 minutes of the game.
Wow.
Yep, 2 baskets. And 21 of their last 23 points came at the foul line. And, you know, we hurt ourselves. I mean, we scored it, we shared it. McGlynn was sensational. Now they're good at creating fouls, but, you know, too much hand check, showing, you know, you just can't do it. And it was frustrating because I was pretty frustrated after the game because we played well enough to win against a very good team that was ready to play. But it's hard to only give a team 2 baskets in 12 minutes and that many free throws. To their credit, they made their free throws. Right, I don't know if we could ever shoot 89% like they did, but too many of them were non-threatening, non-scoring type of foul situations, and I think our inexperience, I hate to use that word this time of year, I think our inexperience in adjusting to the flow of the game really hurt us.
Early on, you had them up by 14 in the first half. What was it? Did they do anything differently, or is it just that your shots stopped falling and theirs started going in?
Well, they're explosive. There's no question about that. I don't think our shots ever stopped falling. We shot 56% for the night, which we only shoot 41 in the season. You know, it's hard to criticize anything we did offensively. We pretty much got what we wanted, and we were prepared for the different types of pressure and zone. I just think, you know, they made some threes, which they're capable of doing, and I think like they made 10, which is too many, but I thought like 6 of them were pretty talented plays on there. They got good players, but the free throw shooting was just really, we fouled. We just fouled too much, and it's not something that we drill, preach, or want to do, but we did it.
So the Tigers fall to Hofstra in that ball game. We have to take another break. The Tiger Basketball Report with head coach Pat Skerry returns right after these words.
Can we get a little help? We've got Pepsi.
What if we just take like 15 minutes?
Halfway through the game?
They got Pepsi.
Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the
So what do we call that?
Halftime.
I like halftime.
Even the first halftime wasn't halftime without Pepsi. See Katy Perry live in the Pepsi Super Bowl 49 halftime show.
We're back. The CAA Men's Basketball Championship returns to Baltimore. Bringing March Madness to Charm City, March 6th through 9th at Baltimore's Royal Farms Arena. Tickets on sale now. This is CAA Hoops. The road starts here.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Mariner Finance is a consumer finance company, so we offer personal loans.
Mariner Finance is a great place to work. It's a great thing for anyone with the entrepreneurial spirit.
Everybody in every office has an opportunity to achieve and grow.
Be your own leader. Be a leader amongst the fellow coworkers in your office.
The training and development that we do at Mariner Finance is one-on-one. Someone who has been there, done it, experienced it.
There is no better feeling.
Learn with us.
Grow with us.
Run with us.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers have a couple of days of practice before welcoming the UNC Wilmington Seahawks on Saturday at 2 o'clock in CQ Arena, presented by the Maryland Army National Guard. In their last matchup, the Seahawks won a nail-biter in Wilmington 69-65. John Davis posted a double-double of a then career-high 26 points and 11 rebounds, and Walter Foster also had a double-double of 13 points and 10 rebounds. Now, in that ball game, that's one of the ones that you can look back and say foul shooting hurt the Tigers, because I think you were 19 of 38 from the foul line that night against Wilmington. But this is the surprise team of the CAA this year.
Yeah, give Kevin Keats and his crew a lot of credit. We were 14 for 29 from the foul line. That hurt us. We missed a lot of one-on-ones, and we came back, tied it, had the ball, chance to down two, a chance to win to tie it, and lost it. Their older guys are playing well. Sproul, Jackson playing like first-team all-conference guys, and Ponder and Cedric Williams are certainly of all-conference caliber. 3 seniors and a junior. And they have done an unbelievable job of getting guys in shape, winning close games. Got to give them a lot of credit for that. They press all over the floor. They don't play a lot of guys, and they really try to get out in transition. We only out-rebounded by 1, and that was a big stat. Cedric Williams had a season and career highs, 22 and 14 against us, so we've got to do a better job on him. They're good. Can we play with them? Can we beat them? Sure. We got to play well. It'll be a war. No disrespect to Delaware. We hope they're in solo in first place when they come in here. And but they're playing good. They're playing with a lot of confidence. You got to take care of the ball. I think that's a big piece. Their freshman point guard Jordan Talley's done a good job for them, setting the table for them defensively. But yeah, I like their club. I think it speaks to how wide open this league is. But I guess if I was to praise Wilmington on one thing, is their ability to win close games has been outstanding.
It certainly hasn't. And there were times this year where the press kind of bothered you guys, but I don't remember it bothering you too much down there at Wilmington.
Early in the game, I thought we had 7 turnovers quickly, and then we're pretty good. We've gotten good at handling the ball and getting it up the floor. Both games against Hofstra, who provides pressure. That's been something that's become. We've made good strides. That was a concern early. We've gotten much better with that. It's something I'm excited about. What does concern me against Wilmington, I give you one of my stats today. They have the 70th most experienced team in the country. We've slid all the way to 321st. So
how can you slide?
Well, it depends on the basic minutes of how many minutes per game your guys are playing, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. So obviously, as we continue to play younger guys a lot of minutes, you don't necessarily get any more experienced.
After the Wilmington game, you will take your final road game of the season. You'll take on William & Mary next Wednesday down in Williamsburg. Tight game here earlier against the Tribe, then they kind of pulled away at the end. And they have a kid that is without a doubt headed to the next level, and Marcus Thornton, and just a superb basketball player. But they've got other weapons besides him.
Yeah, they're as good as anyone in the league, especially offensively. He's a He's best player in the history of the school. He's a once-in-a-25-year player. They've had a key guy injured. I think that's why they've dropped a couple games. The kid Daniel Dixon, who really hurt us here, terrific shooter, sophomore, really shoots the ball. He's been out hurt, so I'm not sure what his status is. Because I think where they're really good is, Thornton can score it, whether you play good defense or not. But you don't. If those other guys get going, Dixon from three, Pruitt from three, Tarpey's had an all-conference year. That's where they really can hurt you. So it's they're a tough cover because of their offense and their ability to shoot the three at a lot of positions.
So, as you say, you can defend Thornton as well as you possibly can. He's still going to get his points, most likely. That opens it up for the other guys, correct?
I think so. I mean, last year Thornton pretty much beat us in the conference tournament. He was sensational. He was 6 for 30 in 2 games during the regular year. And I think if you go back, I think he was like 4 for 16 here. We tried to make him take tough shots. Unfortunately for us, and fortunately for them, he can make tough shots. But I think, though, you want to make him take tough shots. That's all you can do. If he makes them, and then he's also able to find all those other guys, and if you don't pay enough attention to those other guys and let them get threes, that's where they become, in my mind, almost impossible to stop. Because you got him, not much you can do about him, and now you get potentially 2-3 other guys that can get 15 to 20 a night easily. That's a lot of points to try to offset.
We're coming down to the end of it. You've got 3 conference games left. It looks like you have no possibility of getting into the top 6 at this point. So you're going to be playing on Friday night at Royal Farms Arena in the conference tournament. Do you start looking at who you might be playing then, or do you not worry about that until after you play Delaware on the 28th?
Yeah, we won't worry about it until after that. I'm not a big believer in 3 in 3 days, 4 in 4 days, especially with this group for a couple of reasons. One, we play a lot of guys. We play 9 religiously. We could go up to 11.
And they're the 321st youngest team in the country, so they should be fresh, right?
Well, and for us, any game experience is going to help us. And heck, I told my staff the other day, an extra night of shooting the ball in Royal Farms Arena might help us if we can win some games. I believe in my heart we can roll off a bunch of games. I'm also smart enough to know if we don't do certain things well, we can get beat on our Friday night. There's some, it's unfortunately for us, every game is a tight game. Our kids' effort, I think, has been outstanding. Our ability to manufacture victories, late game situations, hasn't been up to par. We're probably like 2-7 in games in the last 2 minutes. To have the type of year right now you'd want to have, you need to be 6-3, 5-4. We haven't been. So at this point, it's like, you get Wilmington coming in, who's going to be in first or tied for first. Can you have a season-changing win and give you some momentum heading to the last week of the season? You hope so, and if not, then you got to reset the button and keep playing.
Right, go down and play William and Mary, who could be in first place when you
Sure.
play them. So it's certainly not easy, and it is a wide-open conference. We urge everyone to get online and buy tickets for the CAA tournament down at Royal Farms Arena the first weekend in March. We have to take one final break, but we will be back with more of the Tiger Basketball Report after this.
You'll find it on the sidewalks of Little Italy and on the porches in Catonsville. You can see it when friends meet in Mount Vernon. It's pride. Pride in our city, pride in our people. That's why MedStar Health is building the most accessible healthcare system in the region to look after everyone from Lutherville to Locust Point. So no matter where you go, no matter who you are, you're never far from MedStar.
Brian Vickers, Aaron's sponsored driver. He doesn't just love racing, he lives it.
We got the paper! Woo!
His pit crew follows him everywhere. Oddly, so does his boss.
Right, sign that.
And his passion for racing is rivaled only by his passion for errands.
No credit needed. I'll take it.
Congrats.
Aaron's makes owning easy through lease ownership, so you can own the life you want.
Yeah, we're on vacation next month. My family churns through all sorts of data.
Well, now we have mobile share value plans with rollover data, so the data you don't use this month rolls over to the next.
Sounds great, but what's your angle?
I don't think I have any angles.
Hardball, huh? Look, if you want me in on this, I want a piece of the action.
Oh, well, you get the rollover data automatically, so you're already in on the action.
Deal.
You should negotiate more stuff. You're pretty good at it.
Now get 3 lines for $120 a month with rollover data to share.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. And Coach, normally at this time you and I kind of kidding around with each other, but sad news for Tiger fans this week is as former men's basketball coach Terry Truex passed away Monday at the age of 70. And I know you weren't here when Terry coached, but you got to know Terry.
Yeah, an unbelievable human being, a good husband, a good father, and then just talking to his former players, how much the stories they tell shows you how much they loved him and loved playing for him. And then, as a young head coach, he was really kind to me, a lot of words of wisdom on the phone. He came by practice a lot, and then you look what he did here. And as the guardian of this program and getting them to the NCAA tournament as a Division I school is, it's a sad week around here, and he's a heck of a person and a great coach.
He is going to be missed. And one thing that people tend to forget about Terry is he had to take this team through 3 different conferences. And that's not easy to do.
That's unbelievable.
To keep going from one conference to another. Self-promotion here. I've written a blog on TowsonTigers.com about Terry and some of the happier stories or funnier stories that I can remember of working with a coach, a man that I will miss very much. As we have mentioned, the Tigers will be hosting the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington here in CQ Arena this Saturday, presented by the Maryland Army National Guard at 2 p.m. Coverage starts at 1:45 with a Coors Light countdown to tip-off, hosted by myself and Vince Angotti on CBS Radio 1300 or online at TowsonTigers.com. It is also Military Appreciation Day, so please make sure you come out to cheer on your Tigers and honor all of those that have served to protect this country. Tickets are available at 1-800-TU-TIGER or online at TowsonTigers.com. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Tiger Basketball Report, and go Tigers.